Well, there's another reason to wear a mask. There's a new strand of the coronavirus that is even more contagious. It's in England, and what I've read is 70% more contagious. So, usually during this whole coronavirus thing, I hadn't been tested for it, but I haven't had some of the major symptoms, but I have caught the regular colds. Stuffy nose, and then, when you wake up the next day, like the sinus infection from people that have been around that had it. And I know, I work where I'm around a lot of people. I wear a face mask and gloves, so I believe that's kept me from catching it. But if somebody coughs with a regular cold, that stuff, I don't know if it's thinner or a little microscopic, but it seems like it gets in air and you're more contagious to it, even though you can fight it off faster. But it doesn't put you in the hospital most time. But if you ever want a reason to wear a mask or try to be careful, because when they first tried to combat this virus this year, they shut everything down except for essential workers. So I worked two jobs. They were essential. Well, I was doing three at one time. Just one of them was just for fun. Only made like $20, $30 here and there. I was doing DoorDash, and that was crazy. You had to take a picture, drop it off at the house, and then I worked in a warehouse, and we were the lifeblood keeping everything going. So that was essential. And then I had to work at a retail, which is essential because people got to eat. You know, I love to eat, so why not work for a place that feeds people? But due to the pandemic, um, it, with DoorDash, you got to really do it a lot. And then one of the jobs of retail, if you work retail, you can't do DoorDash at that retail place. So I'm just down to one job now, but I just got contracted, with Senior Life, and I have a little bit more to learn, and then I can start making presentations and hopefully selling insurance. I'm excited about it, but you just have to wear a mask, you know, keep your face covered. Um, you're not only protecting everybody else, but you're protecting yourself. There's nothing wrong, you know, uh, and you can get a mask. They make them in all different genres, football teams. I love mine. I like my Clemson Tigers. They're gonna beat the team they're playing the first. I think it's Ohio. I could be wrong, but they're gonna beat them. And then if Alabama is probably gonna beat Notre Dame, then Clemson's gonna play Alabama, and they're gonna win the national championship. You know, they're gonna kick butt. But just wear a mask. It doesn't hurt anybody. It might be a little inconvenient, but you got to take your wallet with you. You got to take your phone. So just take your mask with you. If we can keep people from getting this stuff, then maybe they can have enough money to afford not to lay off these businesses. Because um, there's Nihao in Aiken. They're supposed to be closing New Year's Day, or that's the last day they're gonna be open. I'm gonna go by there and ask them for sure, because it's on Facebook. So just making sure Facebook's telling the truth of the people that posted it. But I've ate there for years, but this pandemic has caused people not to eat out as much. So restaurants are closing, and it's a ripple. You throw a little rock in a pond, and as far as you can throw it, you know, and it makes a little splash. Well, that ripple comes over, it makes it to where you are, and then it bounces off the edge of the lake or pond or mud puddle or whatever you throw it in, and it goes back, and it still has that motion, So that's the way this COVID pandemic's going, to shut everything down, and it was a ripple. So all those waves went and devastated the economy, people losing their jobs, you know, it's it's bad. So people at their a lot of people at their wits end. A lot of people have a lot of pride, and they don't want people to know they're hurting. But a lot of people are hurting. A lot of companies laid off. They're just now starting to ramp up, and now if we get the virus, the vaccine, it should help because people don't want to wear a mask. So if you got the vaccine, it's like people going at home, but they're still at work, so they don't have to go home, and they have the vaccine, so they can start fighting this virus off. And this won't be the last time. Once we finally get over this COVID, there'll always be something else. It's just the way things are. Because all these diseases that used to be a big problem, they're still here. It's just we've kind of got them down to a little tiny little problem now. But if a lot of people are fed up. We've been wearing a mask since like February and March. A lot of people lost their jobs, and they're like, they see young people get it, like athletes, and a lot of people, older people get it, and famous people, and they say, oh, it didn't bother them. But then you just had I don't know his name, but I just seen it on the news. The guy, he was 41. He was elected senator or congressman, and he just died of it. He had no underlying conditions, just died of a heart attack. 41 years old. Now, I'm 49. So I'm 8 years older than that guy. And I got a couple of health problems. So not bad, but stuff that this virus could really hurt me, if it got a hold of me. So, if we wear a mask, just try to keep our germs to ourselves. And the summertime, they said it was kind of, I could be wrong on this, but like if it was 56 degrees, it kind of burned the virus off. So it kind of died. But now it's cooler in the winter, so it's not dying. It stays around. So if somebody's sick, you're going to be exposed to it. You can't help it, especially you go to Walmart. And I don't know, hadn't seen any of these people. And as many people. Like Black Friday was even weird this year because of all that's going on. But right before Christmas, it was worse than Black Friday. There was people everywhere. It's like a rush, gold rush or something on the store. So, wear a mask. It'll do people good. You can be stylish. Put what you want on there. I've seen some really cool masks. Some people got kitten face, and some of them have faces on their mask. I'd like to do that. I'd like to put my face and have a mask, and I'd look just like I do now. But that would be cool. But so that's another reason to wear a mask. Plus, a lot of people really didn't pay attention to anybody anyway. But now with a mask, everybody's communicating more with the eyes. And they say the eyes are the gateway to the soul. So everybody can see into your soul now. So in one aspect, the mask makes people more aware of you because everybody's looking around and they're not on their cell phones. But wear a mask, another very good reason to wear a mask. So we're going to get through this thing. It's going to be struggles. You lost somebody. I'm sorry. It's not gonna be without pain, but other people, think about other people, and then just wear a mask. Do the best you can. You can always wash your mask. You can, in the summertime, even my own personal mask, and I'm sure some of these you can buy. You can turn on the hot water in the bathroom and just put it under there. You can even do like one of those little squirt of the little soap and just wash it on there, so if it gets kind of grody, and just wring it out real good. And sometimes they have those little blowers in the bathroom, and you have to just last about a minute, but you can go back and then reset it. You can blow it out, so you can wear your mask all day till you get time to wash it. You know, and it'll keep it clean if that's the problem. Um, but it's a cheap investment to buy a mask. If you have money, I know it's tough. People that can't afford one, but I'm just saying, the people that just don't care or think it's a joke, um, eventually, it's they're gonna see it's not. So I just tell everybody to wear a mask, trying to be positive upkeep, and thank you for watching. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. And also, I got a link about Robinhood. It's a little investment app. I signed up for a link, and they gave me my first $5 stock. It's worth like $5.80. But you can also transfer money to it. So if I do buy a lottery ticket, I'm going to spend the same amount of money on Robinhood and then transfer $1 to, and I believe you can buy AT&T or anything. And they say as long as you just stick in the S&P index, it's usually 7 to 10% return over time, which is fairly decent. Better than 0.00 something in the bank. You might get a penny on $100 in a year or something, or maybe a little bit more, but it's ridiculous. I remember when in the 80s, you used to get 10% interest in a bank. It was unreal. If you had like $1,000,000, you could get 70 grand a year. But now you have to put money in stock to get dividends to get that much. So stocks are still good. The whole economy is kind of ups and downs. But if you get one that pays S&P index, they're usually pretty good. And get one that pays dividends, like AT&T or Walmart. I think pays about 2% a year. It's not too good, but it's decent. And you can leave the rest of it to your family and just live on your dividends once you get enough. After the economy gets better and people are able to work and able to invest money and save money. Eventually, after all this is going on. But it's gonna be a struggle. We just have to keep persevering, keep moving forward, and we'll get it. And there's always going to be something. They had the Spanish flu. They've had virus outbreaks. They've had all these diseases that popped out, and we got through them. And eventually, there'll be something else, and we'll get past it. But it's not going to be fun. Just stay the course. Don't spend more money you have to. And wear a mask. Wear a mask. Wear a mask. We'll talk at you later. Just wanted to share. Wear a mask. Stay cool.